What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and Sony, Naughty Dog, and Muso TNT Limited have still yet to lift so many of the false copyright strikes they have out there against YouTubers, including myself, as well as continuing to go after websites and even memes. I told you guys, they are not joking when it comes to these memes. They are even taking those down. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Specifically, one angry gamer was asked to take down a simple meme, which is absolutely insane, and they are not backing down. As well as Neil Druckmann playing victim on Twitter about how people have reacted. Of course he is, because he learned from Anita Sarkeesian. He knows exactly how to play the victim. But the first thing I want to get to is actually a defense of Naughty Dog. Yes, you heard that right. I will defend Naughty Dog, at least in a small way. Now, a lot of people have tagged me in this tweet over the past couple days, and I wasn't quite sure if this was real or not, so I wanted to wait and find out. This person tweeted this out. This promotional email I just got about The Last of Us 2 was a choice. And it's just here, this simple screenshot. New features include dogs. One of the most noticeable new features of the game is the inclusion of dogs. These dogs are in the game to follow your scent and will attack you as soon as they have sniffed you out. The game doesn't pull any punches or stray, hilarious, from the idea that while you're playing as Ellie in a struggle to survive, killing dogs is necessary. You'll also have to deal with the fact that although each dog has an owner, which will call out the dog's name and cry in absolute horror when they discover their lifeless furry friend. You've been warned. So it seemed strange. It did seem pretty out there to a lot of people. I saw a lot of people that were really upset that that was included in promotional, like a promotional way for Naughty Dog to come out and say, hey, buy our game, The Last of Us Part 2. But there's more to this story, and it kind of felt like there was. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with the idea of you killing dogs in games. I've killed dogs in games before, especially dogs that are trying to kill you. I don't particularly have a problem with that, but I can see how other people might if that's not something that they're used to. But it turns out that it was not Naughty Dog that made that part of their promotional thing. You can see this this article here. GameStop is way too excited about The Last of Us 2 dog murder. And we'll see exactly where this screenshot came from. It wasn't from official Naughty Dog released materials or anything like that. It's from a GameStop website, which seems like a strange decision by GameStop, but we will get to that. And that's why it was weird that GameStop seemed to be so excited about dog violence in The Last of Us Part 2. I can't say this is a part of the game I'm looking forward to. People on Twitter, where a grisly description of the feature was circulating, are upset too. We've known for a while that dog violence is in the game. Anthony Newman told Polygon that last year. It's sort of a regrettable decision, a hard decision for players to make. And honestly, fine, Naughty Dog has a vibe going. But when you look at the GameStop website, you can see here, like, this is their promotional thing, right? This is where you can pre-order and all of these things. I will also say, I've talked to a couple people who've been trying to cancel their pre-orders for obvious reasons because what Naughty Dog is doing and the way The Last of Us Part 2 leaks have played out. Some of them had to be on the phone for over an hour, kept getting disconnected. All they were trying to do is cancel their pre-order. Very strange, isn't it? Very strange indeed. But anyway, why GameStop is excited for The Last of Us Part 2. Here are these new features that they include. That thing we just said about murdering dogs. Puzzles. There's puzzles in the game. And then there's a dedicated dodge button. It seems very weird. I will agree. It seems very weird that they are this excited about killing the dogs are in the game and you can kill them to go along with, oh, and we also have puzzles and a dodge button, guys. It's weird. I don't know who decided to write this, but someone did point this out right here. Arnie Meyer, I believe. So Naughty Dog didn't write or assist in writing this. Don't appreciate out of context screenshot crops without mentioning the source. Folks, please Google these things. The text came from an independent editorial post from a retailer. It's on their website. And of course it was GameStop. It was proven to be GameStop. So, like I said, I don't necessarily have a big issue with that. It would seem weird if that's how you were promoting the game. I don't know why GameStop is deciding to promote it like this, but that's what they chose to do. They did go and clarify this. Naughty Dog did retweet that. So there you have it. A defense for Naughty Dog. They are not marketing their game using dog murder. And it also goes on to explain in this article that it is a choice. You can choose to run away and not engage. If that's the case, you might lose out on some opportunities or something like that. It could have some ramifications, but you do have a decision to kill the dog or not if you are in danger. And then you have to deal with the consequences of hearing their owner be upset. I like mature games. I don't really have an issue with that, but I can see if you do. Now, on to One Angry Gamer. We've talked about what they are doing with these memes, and they continue to copyright strike them. One Angry Gamer right here. Sony is now claiming ownership of Senator Armstrong from Konami's Metal Gear Rising Revengeance because he's featured in memes mocking The Last of Us 2. Now, the last time I checked, Konami is not owned by Sony. I could be wrong in that. I checked to make sure, but maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Konami does not, their products are not owned by Sony. It seems very strange that Sony would do that. But you can see this email they got right here that they posted. Thank you for your email. As we stated before, the content you shared, even if it's used as comic speech and has been modified, containing the depiction of Senator Armstrong, it still contains a photo which is as yet unreleased and has not been authorized for distribution. The game The Last of Us Part 2, PS4, owned by Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe Limited. We would appreciate a swift response. So they wanted them to take this down. And of course, right here, there it is. This content is yet unreleased, has not been authorized for distribution. There is another screenshot showing that right here, that copyright response. So One Angry Gamer's not letting this go. You can see someone needs to make Konami aware of this. And One Angry Gamer says, already contacted their legal department. Absolutely insane that they would try to claim credit for Senator Armstrong in memes. And I talked about this the other day, guys, and that's why I went out of the way to censor all the memes that I could in my video. Obviously, I'm at 2 strikes. I'm not hunting for that third. But the fact that they are claiming stuff that doesn't even belong to them shows how insidious this is, how they are just trying to silence anyone who is speaking out for as long as they can. They are not stopping with this stuff. And I did mention Neil Druckmann over on Twitter. You see Neil Druckmann retweets this out here. The Ghost of Tsushima in Sucker Punch Prod's newest adventure. All right, Neil Druckmann, hot damn, congrats, Sucker Punch. Game is looking fire. Psst, send me that early copy. Yeah, send me my early copy, please. Corey Balrog responds, wait, early copies are on the table? Sign me up, yo. What does Neil Druckmann say? Neil Druckmann, sorry, Corey, you haven't hit the necessary death threat quota. Maybe next year. Kiss face. And of course, Neil makes no bones about all the harassment that he gets. Every opportunity he takes. Anytime any psychopath comes in his DMs, he always screenshots and put it on Instagram because he wants you to know exactly what's going on, how oppressed he is, guys. All he wants to do is make a video game, and these racist bigots, homophobes, they hate him, and they're threatening him with death. Of course, he learned from the biggest victim of them all, Anita Sarkeesian, whose literal job it has been for the past 7 years worth of grifting is to play the victim. Let's be honest. This is the internet. There are absolutely obsessed, socially weird people that are on the internet. Just today, my small YouTube self, with my 3,000 followers or whatever it is on Twitter, was dealing with some dude who was just obsessed with me. That's all he was doing, was commenting on my stuff time after time after time after again. Some of the other people I'm close to on Twitter and YouTube going after, harassing them. I hate to use that word, harassing. But you know what you do? You just have to ignore it because these people are desperate. They just want attention. That's part of being on the internet. You will run into these people. Is it okay for anyone to threaten anyone with death? No. But at the same time, with everything I've seen Neil Druckmann post on Instagram about people giving him a hard time about stuff, I've never once seen any death threats. You'd think that Neil would put that out there since he puts everything else out there, but strange, I haven't seen it. Maybe you have. You could send me screenshots. I would love to see them and be proven wrong. But I want to see these death threats. Now you share everything else. Why not share that too? I'm not sure. Maybe it's because they don't actually exist. But I wanted to talk about those couple things with The Last of Us, especially clear up the dog thing, because there was some there was a big confusion about it. Some people were saying it was completely fake. Well, it's not fake. It's in the game. It's just not marketed necessarily like that, and maybe not worded the best way by GameStop. And I don't have an issue with it, but if you do, by all means, if that's gonna keep you from buying the game, then don't buy the game. I personally not buying the game. Period. There's no way I'll buy the game after the way Sony and Naughty Dog have used this third-party Muso TNT Limited to put strikes on people's channel, false copyright strikes. No way I am buying another Naughty Dog product unless they severely change what is going on in that company right now. Starting at the top, well, second to the top, Vice President Neil Druckmann. But let me know you guys' thoughts about this in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and also check out my secondary channel in case this video gets false copyright struck as well. Smash the like button, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.